Shalom, friends. This is Mark Aho, and you're with me for Solomon's Bride Author Reflections Part 2, where I'm going to be explaining some of the comments, readers' comments that I have received, and start exploring a little bit some of the recurring themes, what those are, and what I think they mean. Because there's seems to be a meaning behind this, a pattern, a trajectory. So we'll talk about that. Now, I've had a purpose, and I've had a goal that I've been trying to reach. And as the comments have come in, what I've been looking for is what I want to summarize for you today is what is like the overall theme, and there are several overall themes that seem to recur as readers send in comments to me. But one of them that I find very, very interesting and that I've thought about quite a bit, why readers should have this particular impression. And I'm going to try and answer the question here in a little while. But when a reader reads my books, and many readers have given me this comment, they felt as though, you know, the story starts out, in a normal way. But as the reader engages the story, they seem to find, and this is the comment, it's as though they are reading their own life. They're reading some of their own experiences that they've had. They kind of feel like on an emotional level and on a spiritual level, the story is setting forth for them echoes of their own spiritual journey. Now, this is true especially if the reader is a Christian. And they are Christian books, and if the reader has been called and saved and redeemed and come into the kingdom and the blessings that the Lord Jesus Christ made available to all men, that makes sense and is as it should be. But the recurring comment is that it starts to become almost surreal at a certain point. That their experience is being echoed through these pages, and they seem like they're elevated beyond what is a rather common activity. Here you are with just a paperback book in your hand, but you're starting to have a spiritual experience, and it's as though you feel the Lord drawing near. And especially, and this is the other element to this that often comes coupled with that first comment, is as I read these books, I feel like I'm getting a picture, a very personal and moving picture of my bridegroom, of my Lord. It's as though he is forming before me. His personality is pressing through this story and through these pages upon me, and I'm feeling him near, and I'm feeling like I'm drawing closer to him and seeing him in a more personal way than I had before, or maybe had in a long time. And that is often, I guess, unexpected to the reader. In a way, it's a little bit unexpected to me also, but not too much, because as a writer, I was very engaged in the story on all the same themes. And being an author is just a little bit like being a very intense reader. And though I had the story sketched out before me as I was writing, and I kind of knew where I was going. You don't have the entire story memorized word for word when you start to write. You have a general outline, and then you're filling in those blanks on the fly in real time as the thoughts and inspirations are coming to you. You're just passing them through your mind, through your hands, and out onto the page, and you are feeling it as a reader would feel it, even as you write. And I had many of those same kind of impressions. I felt the bridegroom drawing near as I was writing. His personality was forming before me, and I was passing this on to the page, which would ultimately go to the reader. So I'm not too surprised by that, but I am very pleased by that part of it came through. And what I want to explain a little bit about in this video is, as I've reflected on that, the question comes to mind, why should that be? Where is this coming from? Where is this kind of impression coming from? How do we place it? How do we go from a normal book reading experience into a spiritual experience? That's what I'd like to explore just a little bit. Now, if you would like to read some of the reader reviews for yourself, there's a number of them posted on my blog, and that is found at solomonsbride.blogspot.com, where readers have just written in their voluntary reviews of the books, and you can read those and see what they have to say. And also on my website, secretwineonline.com, there's a link there for what I call audio reviews, where people have called in over the phone and left an audio review, and a number of them are posted. If you click that link, it'll just play what's on there. So you can hear a number of them that way, and I hope you join me for the next video, because we're going to be explaining what I believe is the spiritual basis for the kinds of experiences that readers are having while they read these books.